Donuts are one of the world's most recognizable treats. Whether they're covered in sugar, glazed with icing, or filled with cream, they appear in bakeries, supermarkets, and coffee shops across countless countries. Yet among all the different varieties, one design has remained especially iconic: the donut with a hole in the middle. It's such a familiar shape that most people never stop to ask why it exists. After all, plenty of pastries are perfectly round without needing a hole. That simple cutout, however, turned out to be more useful than it looks. Today, we're exploring why are donuts ring-shaped. The answer combines practical baking, maritime history, changing technology, and a bit of legend. Let's dive in right here on History of Simple Things. Long before modern donuts existed, people around the world were frying sweet dough in oil. Dutch settlers brought a pastry called oliekoeks, or oil cakes, to what would later become the United States during the 17th century. These early treats were simple balls of dough fried until golden brown. While delicious, they had one major flaw: the outside often cooked much faster than the center. If the cook removed them too early, the middle stayed raw and doughy. If they left them in the oil longer, the outside became overly dark or even burned before the inside was fully cooked. Since people didn't have precise temperature controls or modern deep fryers, achieving an evenly cooked pastry was difficult. Bakers experimented with different dough recipes and frying techniques, but the thick center remained a consistent challenge. This problem eventually inspired a simple yet remarkably effective solution that would permanently change the shape of the donut. The most famous explanation for the donut hole centers on an American sailor named Hanson Gregory. According to Gregory himself, while serving aboard a ship in 1847, he grew frustrated with donuts that had uncooked centers. His solution was to remove the middle altogether, creating a ring that allowed the dough to fry evenly from both the inside and outside. Gregory later claimed he punched the center out using the lid of a pepper tin, although other versions of the story mention using a ship's wheel spoke. Historians can't confirm every detail, and there are earlier references to ring-shaped fried dough before Gregory's account. However, his story became widely popular because it offered a logical explanation backed by practical experience. Whether he truly invented the hole or simply popularized an existing technique, Gregory's name became permanently connected to one of the most recognizable shapes in baking history. The ring shape isn't just visually distinctive, it genuinely improves the cooking process. When dough is placed into hot oil, heat gradually moves from the outside toward the center. In a thick ball of dough, that center takes the longest to reach the proper temperature. By removing the middle, the maximum distance heat must travel becomes much shorter. This allows the donut to cook more evenly without overcooking the outer layer. The hole also increases the surface area exposed to the hot oil, creating a more consistent golden crust while helping moisture escape during frying. The result is a donut with a soft interior and a crisp exterior that's evenly cooked throughout. Even today, commercial bakeries continue using the ring design because it's efficient, reliable, and produces consistent results. Modern equipment has improved frying technology, but the physics behind the ring-shaped donut remains just as useful now as it was generations ago. As donuts became increasingly popular during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the ring shape spread far beyond its original practical purpose. Bakeries discovered that ring-shaped donuts were easier to stack, package, and display than irregular pastries. Customers also began recognizing the hole as a sign of a traditional fried donut. When automated donut-making machines appeared in the early 20th century, they were specifically designed to produce uniform rings quickly and consistently. These machines helped bakeries make thousands of identical donuts every day, further reinforcing the shape as the industry standard. During events like the 1934 World's Fair in Chicago, automated donut machines attracted huge crowds, introducing even more people to the now familiar ring. Over time, the shape itself became part of the product's identity. Today, seeing a simple ring instantly brings donuts to mind even before adding glaze, frosting, or colorful toppings. Despite the popularity of ring-shaped donuts, not every donut follows this design. Filled donuts, such as those containing jam, custard, cream, or chocolate, intentionally keep their centers intact so they can hold delicious fillings. Other varieties, including cake donuts, long johns, crullers, malasadas, and many regional specialties, come in entirely different shapes while still being considered donuts or closely related fried pastries. Around the world, cultures have developed their own unique versions using local ingredients and traditions. What connects them isn't necessarily the whole, but the method of preparing sweet dough through frying or baking. The ring shape simply became the most recognizable version because it offered practical advantages during frying. As baking technology advanced, cooks gained more flexibility, allowing them to create a wider variety of shapes without sacrificing quality. Today, consumers enjoy both classic rings and filled donuts, each offering a different texture and eating experience. The ring-shaped donut wasn't created to be fashionable, it was a practical fix for uneven frying. Whether Hanson Gregory invented the hole or simply helped popularize it, the ring shape solved a real cooking problem and eventually became the donut's signature look. Even today, it remains the version most people recognize. The humble donut hole is a small piece of baking history that helped shape one of the world's favorite treats. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.